Okay, Oval fans, holy crap, the season finale straight up looks like a series finale. Well, honestly, this episode alone felt like a series finale this week, not next week, but the famous video from the haves and the have not days to now. Who will die in the season finale? And do I have a list of people for you? I mean, I got at least close to 10, if not over a dozen. Now, some deaths have been confirmed. We know Barry's been dead. We've been known that. Kareem was confirmed dead in this week's episode, so we can't technically list him as a who will die. He's already dead. Now, when it comes to this list, good lord, this truly does feel like a series finale. It's like Tyler Perry's just doing the haves and have-nots, and the ending is the ending, and that's it. Now, first of all, Nancy. I'm going to go out on a limb. Okay, maybe not. That's not the best expression. I'm going to speculate that Nancy's alive, mainly due to the fact that if you look at how she was carried out on a stretcher compared to Kareem being put in a body bag in the next episode promo, for the time being, Nancy is alive. Maybe Richard gets her down in time. 911 gets there in time to resuscitate her, or at least bring her in a state of being, okay, we can actually try to revive her. Let's get her to the hospital. Because if she was dead, it would have been a Kareem situation. There is no pulse. We have a suicide. Paramedics and whoever else come and they put the body in the body bag. So there is a chance Nancy might make it. But then I think he finds out Barry dies later or is dead later in the episode. But that's the episode trailer breakdown I did. All right. Next up, we have Hunter. Now in the promo, you got Victoria telling Hunter, "You're not leaving this White House." What am I, 5? Because we see him, he's out of the shower. He has his black outfit on. He's ready to go out for a ride with Alonzo. Keep in mind, though, Alonzo had to give his keys to the car, the rental, over to Alan so he could bring the car back to the pharmacy because Norman had called saying, yo, if those drugs don't get brought back here, that Mexican cartel is going to freak out. They don't care about the White House. They are going to raise hell. So Alan has the car, meaning that I doubt Alonzo could be able to take Hunter out for their ride along. So from there, Hunter's going to get pissed off, at Victoria barking at him and not being able to take the ride along. So he decides to go right back to the Oval and get high. But remember, this is a batch laced with something that if you take too much of it at once, you could die. We see Hunter pass out on the floor of the Oval because he possibly overdoses. Hunter might die. Okay, moving on. Simone pops up on Victoria at the White House, pretty much, confronting her over the affair with Eli. I don't know if she's confronting her about the affair, but basically the fact that I know I'm not as naive about you as my husband is. And then she straight up starts flailing on. She slaps Victoria, grabs her by the hair. This is all after the "leave now or I'll put your head through that wall. I wish you would put your hands on me." I said in a video about these two going at it, if there was one character who would probably die, it might be Simone. I don't want her to die at all. But I feel like if you think about the circumstances of the fight, she's emotionally blinded right now. This is the perfect time for Victoria to whoop some ass to show that she isn't all talk. But at the same time, I think Simone is being pretty reckless here. And as a result, she's probably going to pay the ultimate price. And it's funny how I mentioned Simone right after Hunter, because in this week's episode, Victoria said, too bad both our spouses couldn't die. That way we can get together. Not to mention saying that she wished that Hunter would overdose. So there's that. You got Hunter who possibly overdoses in the Oval. And then you have Simone who comes up trying to attack Victoria, which leads to potential self-defense. So I don't know. I just feel like out of these two, Victoria won't die, but it would have to be Simone. I hate it. I don't want it to be true. She was better off giving Bobby some. I'm not going to lie. Hey, she could have done it. All right. Now, moving on. I mentioned in another video that, Lily's on the run now after Brian, shot up Donald. Yeah, Donald's on the list. I think Donald is dead. I don't think it was a body double. I don't think, it was a mannequin. I don't think that out of all those shots, Donald's going to be able to revive. Donald is dead. And that means he technically died in this week's episode, so I'm not going to count him as a potential death. Unless it's like, well, Jeremy, until he's confirmed dead, then technically, yeah, you're right. But Officer Brian, I don't think he's going to die right away. I think it would be pretty cool if Kyle went after him, as a, heartbroken lover, but I don't think that's going to happen in the finale. There's too much going on. We got the whole cabin situation that's happening. So, with Lily on the run, I'm thinking she might go to Bobby's hotel room for help, but then find Bobby and Priscilla there. And I'm thinking Sam's going to show up after the whole cabin ordeal and try to get revenge. He literally said if he finds Bobby in his bed, he's going to put a bullet in his head. So I think both of them might actually get killed. Bobby and Priscilla, maybe. Plus, we know Priscilla's packing heat too, so she might pull out a gun and it's going to be a standoff. Plus, Lily probably has a gun in the car. Also, it's not her car. Remember, Alan wrecked it, so she probably just grabbed a set of keys and left. Now, the last set of characters to talk about are the ones at the cabin. We got Jason and David inside, and you have, I'm just going to say, a bunch of nameless agents. I could see a lot of them being killed off because they're nameless agents. But then we got Kane and Kyle sitting off, on top of a hill in the car watching everything unfold. Somebody's going to die here, obviously. I mean, I don't think Jason will die. I'm more inclined to think David's going to get killed, but Jason's going to go on the run. That's what I think. And then from there, that's when Kyle and Kane might get involved. This would be a pretty cool finale, though, if, let's say, because Max is meeting up with Sam to meet up with David to move the package. So I don't know if they're going to get to the cabin because David told Sam, hey, we're about to bounce, so I'll leave breadcrumbs to the next location. But before they can even leave, he spotted the fact that they're being surrounded. Now, I don't know if, let's say, Sam and Max get to the scene in time, but this would be a great way to have a final standoff between Max and Kyle. I would like that. And then let's say the operation just gets completely botched. Sam is like, oh, this sucks. But then Max tells him about Bobby. And then he goes to the hotel and finds Priscilla there, leading to the, the shootout there possibly. So this is going to be a wild ass episode. So going through the list of characters who may or may not die. Hunter from an overdose. Simone / Victoria due to their cat fight. I don't know how that shit's going to end. You have Nancy, who I think will pull through. Donald, I feel like, will be confirmed to be dead. Then, of course, you have Jason and David inside of the cabin, which will be caught on fire to smoke them out. You have all the nameless agents who are surrounding the cabin. You have Kyle and Kane, and then, maybe Max is going to show up too, so him and Kyle can have a final standoff. And then I think Sam might wind up at the hotel finding Bobby and Priscilla there. Lily might come up there too, which leads to a whole lot of shooting. So we will have to wait and see. But regardless, that's all I got for you. Let me know who you hope will die or who do you think will die in the season finale, and I will catch you in the next one.